Hi everyone, welcome, I'm MisterBo, and today we're going to be talking about the future of Grand Prix in Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. Now there isn't really much going on in the world of Nitro-Fueled at the moment. We're halfway through the spooky Grand Prix. We've got the Neon Circus Grand Prix coming out in November, which we do know a bit about already, and I've done a video on that, so if you want to check that out, you can click the link in the top right hand corner now. And then after that we have the Winter Festival coming, and I could do a video talking about what we're going to be seeing in that Winter Festival, but at this moment we really don't know, and we probably will know more when the Neon Circus comes out and we start getting some of that data mined information. So I thought in this video we could talk about the Grand Prix and whether or not we're going to be seeing any more after the Winter Festival going into 2020. Because there are some things that maybe suggest that we could be seeing more, and there's also maybe some stuff that suggests that we might not see more. Now before we get into that, if you do enjoy this video, click the like button to show your support. If you're new around here, subscribe for more gaming content and coverage, and if you do, also make sure you tap that bell icon so you're notified when my future videos get uploaded. With that out of the way, let's talk about Grand Prix, because as I mentioned, there are some things that maybe suggest that we could be seeing more in the future, but at the same time we don't really have any indication that we will be seeing any more. So let's start off with why we might. Now there are a ton of characters we have yet to see added into Nitro-Fueled. Just to name a few: Rillaroo, Woolly Wumpercheeks, Viscount, Yaya Panda, Chicken Stew. I know a lot of people want the lab assistant, and there's even more than that. And it certainly seems that Beenox aren't afraid to add in characters who maybe aren't as well liked, or maybe just aren't as well known. Obviously we got all the Crash Nitro Kart bosses, and before we had them in the game and saw what they looked like, people were a little bit hesitant because they didn't really like them in Nitro Kart, and now I think Beenox have done a great job of adding them in, and a lot of people now really like those characters. We've also seen kind of obscure characters like Baby T. The Trophy Girls are now Nitro Squad. We've had new characters like Baby Crash and Baby Coco added in, and we know we're getting Von Clutch and Pasadena in November, as well as some brand new character in December. Now I think the biggest fan theory at the moment is we're going to be getting Rillaroo and Woolly Wumpercheeks in December, which I could definitely see being plausible. And some of the previous characters that I mentioned that aren't in the game yet could certainly get their own Grand Prix. For instance, we have yet to see Emperor Velo. He could have his own Grand Prix to himself. You could see the original champion kart from Crash Nitro Kart added in, which I know a lot of people want. There's still plenty of things they could do for new Grand Prix. There's still plenty of track themes and ideas that haven't actually been implemented into Nitro-Fueled yet, and there's still a lot of cars from Crash Tag Team Racing that haven't made their way into this game yet either. So again, there certainly is enough content for them to continue making Grand Prix. I could see we could get probably another 3, maybe 6, but that might be a bit of a push. Now something else that might play into why we might get more Grand Prix and why we might not is the sales numbers of Nitro-Fueled. Now we don't have official sales numbers to this date of how much Nitro-Fueled has sold. We can go over how much it sold when it launched in July, and we can also go over the player base as seen on the Nitro leaderboards for each platform to give us an indication of how many people are playing right now. Now we know for a fact that Nitro-Fueled had the best launch of any Crash game ever. It sold the best at launch, better than the Insane Trilogy, which is why I think this game could go on to sell, if not as much as the Insane Trilogy, but even more, because I feel like a kart racer is a little bit more broad in terms of the audience that it can reach, and Xbox and PlayStation haven't really had a good kart racer in quite a number of years. We're also coming up on December, and well, at December more games are sold, and a lot of people might be holding off, waiting to get their children Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled, or just waiting to get Nitro-Fueled for Christmas, so we could see a spike in sales there, which then might do well enough with the Winter Festival being live that we can see more people playing the game, so we get more Grand Prix in the next year. Now we can also see how many people are currently playing Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled thanks to the Nitro Points leaderboards on each of the platforms. If you've played a single race, whether that's online or offline, you've earned Nitro points, which puts you on this leaderboard, which gives us a sort of rough indication of how many people are currently playing the game. So on Xbox we have 105,250 players. On Switch we have 78,987 players, and on PS4 it's 485,821. So PS4 still has around 500,000 people playing, and we're only halfway halfway through the spooky Grand Prix. That number is probably going to go up slightly, probably not that much, we'll probably hit the 500,000 mark, but it shows that the player base is still pretty big. Obviously it's not as big as it was at the beginning of the game when it launched, but that happens with every single game. And the real question is going to be how much this drops off between now and December. If it stays at around this level, I reckon we will get a few more Grand Prix, but if the player base starts to drop even more than this, I think that could mean that we might not see any future Grand Prix because there isn't really sort of enough people playing. Another thing that we don't know about is how well the microtransactions in this game have done. Now I know a lot of people were against the microtransactions. I will say out of most of the games that are out at the moment, the microtransactions in Nitro-Fueled aren't really that bad. You don't really even notice them in the game, and we don't know how many people have bought Wumpa coins, and I would assume that those microtransactions were put in place to allow for these free updates with the Grand Prix to keep continuing, and well, maybe if Wumpa coins aren't doing that great in game, that might be another factor for us not seeing any future Grand Prix. Now my personal opinion on this is I don't think we're going to get any future Grand Prix. I think we're going to get up to December and then that will be it, but I would like to be pleasantly surprised and I would love to see more Grand Prix going into next year. There is definitely evidence on both sides to suggest that we might be getting more, but we also might not. So in the comments below, let me know your thoughts. Let's discuss. Do you want to see Grand Prix continue on into 2020? Do you think Beanox are going to support this game into next year? Let me know if you think they are and if you think they aren't and why in the comments below. Again, if you enjoyed this video, click the like button to show your support, subscribe for more gaming content and coverage, and also click that bell icon. We also have a Discord that you can feel free to join. There's a link in the description below. We are coming up on 200 members. We talk about Crash, Spyro, any other games. There's a place to find other people to play with on Xbox, Switch and PS4 and even PC games if you like, so check that out if you want to. But thank you very much for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it, and hopefully I will catch some of you in the next one. Bye bye.